Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you 3 things that if you actualize, if you internalize, if you manifest these in your life, I promise you it will make Hijrah so easy for you. With that said, without any further ado, let's get straight into the first one. The very first one, my brothers, is you have to learn to delay gratification. Now you're probably going to be thinking, wait, Abubakr, it's not a business video. You know, we've seen people talk about delaying gratification, and it's true. It does help you with your business because you learn to put the work in now, even though you won't see results immediately, but in the long term, you'll see the results. Now, let me ask you a question, because most people, when they think of delaying gratification, this is what they think of. When they think of short term, they think immediate, right now. When they think of long term, they think in a few years. But my brothers, are we not Muslims? Do we not consider long term to be Jannah? Once you deep that this life is gonna be like a speck, it's gonna be like this moment that you're watching this video right now. By the time you finish this video, that's all this life is. It's a few minutes compared to Jannah, which is gonna be forever. So does it make sense? Does it make sense that we make decisions where we sacrifice forever? The Kuffar talk about it in the context of don't sacrifice the rest of your life on this earth for enjoyment today. Rather, sacrifice your enjoyment today and enjoy the next few years of your life. Where I'm not coming to you saying that. I'm saying sacrifice in this life, which is going to last a few seconds when you compare it to the eternity of Jannah. And when you really deep and accept how meaningless this short life is, anything and everything that you go through is going to start to feel like a bit of a joke. Like, not in the sense where obviously things are still difficult, but just having that perspective just makes it so easy to get through them. Like, think back in your own life. How many times have there been situations where you thought, oh my goodness, like this is it now, like, you know, my life is over? Whether it was the first time you got in trouble at school, whether it was, you know, you didn't have money in your account for rent, you know, you messed up at work, you know, with family, you got caught out by your parents doing something, whatever it was, and you were like, oh no, like you actually thought this is it, like it's game over. And I bet you probably look back at it now and laugh and think, bro, that was the silliest thing ever. Like, why was I so stressed about that? Why did I think that was going to be such a big thing? And that's how this entire life is going to be. Right now, you're stressing about uni and you're thinking, I need to take the student loan. What am I going to do? I promise you, right now it feels big. But in the future, and by future, remember, it's not just in this life, we're talking about the hereafter as well. It's going to be a joke. And you're going to be sitting there thinking, why was I so stressed about that? And why did I take the wrong action? Why did I do haram to try and get out of it when it wasn't even that deep in the first place? So my brothers, you need to learn to delay gratification. If you want me to do a separate video on tips to help you delay your gratification, let me know inshallah in the comments down below. The second one, my brothers, and for me personally, this has been one of the most powerful ones in my own life, is you need to understand there is nothing that you cannot handle that will come your way in life. That's right. Let me say it one more time. There is absolutely nothing that will come to you in your life that you will not be able to handle. How can I say that so confidently? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it in the Quran, my brothers. Allah does not burden a soul with more than it can bear. So anything that you have to go through because of your obedience to Allah, any test, any hardship that you're gonna have to go through because you don't get a mortgage, or you don't get a uni loan, or you don't do zina, you don't listen to music, you leave the West and do Hijrah. Anything, whether you go to Pakistan, a third world country, a second world country, or a first world country, anything and everything that you will have to go through on your journey there, because by the way, I'm telling you, it's not easy. No matter where you move, I don't know a single brother who did Hijrah except that it was very difficult for a variety of different reasons. For some brothers, it was to do with their family, other brothers to do with their finances, other brothers to do with, their deen, many other different things. But the bottom line is they got through it. They got through it. Many people that didn't get through it, this is because they gave up. They quit. The going got tough and then they ended up quitting. Our brothers, don't be from those people, because Allah has already told you, Allah doesn't burden a soul with more than it can bear. So whatever you're going to be going through, you can bear it. You can get through it. You just have to understand that. And then after that, it's just about metal. It's just about having the resilience to get through it. And resilience is something that you can't necessarily train. You just have to go through hard things in life. And to be honest, you can train it because you can put yourself in difficult and uncomfortable situations, and that will teach you resilience. So just because you didn't get to go through resilience naturally, organically in your life, it doesn't mean you can't get it later on in life. So that is the second thing, my brothers, is understand. Wallahi, I swear by Allah, I've been through some of the maddest situations, and in my heart I always knew Allah would not have put me through this if I couldn't bear it. So that is a mindset you have to adopt. The third and final thing, my brothers, is understand the law of reciprocation. And once again, you might be thinking, wait, isn't that a business tip, bro? What are you talking about? Look, a lot of these business tips, wallahi, they can apply to your life, especially as a Muslim when you believe in the hereafter. So what do I mean by the law of reciprocation? So in business, this means if you do good for people, they will feel inclined and indebted to do good back to you. So if you give someone a discount or you treat someone well as a customer, they're more likely to refer you to other people, and they're more likely to leave a good review and so on and so forth and buy again. Now, what I want to talk about is the issue of your deeds. You need to understand that only good can ever come from doing good deeds, from doing the right thing, from staying away from haram. And only evil can ever come from doing bad deeds. Whether or not you perceive something to be good or evil, that's a different story. But I am telling you right now, if you choose a haram path, no matter how beautiful it looks to you, no matter how promising the prospects look by taking that path, I promise you it's going to be an evil path and it will ruin your life. And I've seen this with so many people who have taken mortgages, who have taken student, loans because they were worried and afraid about what's going to happen and what am I going to say and what am I going to do in the future if I don't get a degree. And I promise you, you will regret it on the Day of Judgment. So if you know that only good can come from doing good deeds, from being righteous, from making the right decision, making the right choices, and that's your disposition, why would anything halal ever be hard for you? And why would anything haram ever be easy for you? Ask yourself that question. If you knew, listen, if I do this hijrah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I leave, no matter where it is and no matter how hard it seems, and you've already established, remember by the way, from the last point, that you can bear the hardship. You can bear the hardship. But now you know that, listen, the end result is going to be khair. Whether you see that khair in this life or whether you have to wait until Yawm al-Qiyamah to see that khair, that's a different story and it's irrelevant. And you might even find that on Yawm al-Qiyamah you wish that you had less khair in this life so that you had more khair on that day, because you're going to need it on that day. So let me ask you a question, my brothers. If we summarize all three of these points, number one, delay your gratification. Understand that Jannah is the long game, not this life. This life is nothing. This life is temporary. This life is a joke. This life that we're living in is a joke. Is a joke. And I'm going to do more. I'm going to do another video. In fact, you don't even need to comment. Don't worry. I'm going to do another video of how to adopt the mentality at all times that this life is a joke, because I promise you this life is a joke, right? And when you start to treat it like a joke, it's weird. It will become more serious for you. Like, it will start begging for you to take it seriously. It's funny. Wallahi, it's funny. It will come to you begging, please take me seriously. But you have to have in your mindset, this life is a joke, yeah? The second thing is understand anything and everything that you go through in life. So my arm's starting to hurt. Anything and everything that you go through in life, you can get through. It's easy for you, inshallah, because Allah told you He doesn't burden a soul with more than it can bear. And last but not least is you need to understand reciprocation. If you do good, Allah will give you good in return. But if you do evil, you will get evil in return in your life. There will be no barakah, there will be problems, there will be issues. And like I said, I know so many people that this has happened to. So when you adopt these three things and adopt them into your disposition, not only will it make hijrah easy for you, it will make your whole life easy for you. You'll have so many decisions that you're able to make so easily, because your disposition won't allow you to make the wrong decision. May Allah bless each and every single one of you. Apologies for the video, it was a bit long, but I just came out for a walk in the morning. It's about 32 degrees, I think, here. About 8 a.m. in the morning. And I thought I'd come out, get a quick walk in, and let me do this video. It's been a while, been a few days now since I haven't released. If you guys found it beneficial, let me know in the comments. Like the video, share the video, and hopefully I'll see you on another video, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.